Hello everyone. So I thought I'd make a video today about some of the side effects that go with liver cirrhosis. Today I want to talk about hepatic encephalopathy. That's what the main medicine is for that they give us when you're a liver patient. They usually give you Xifaxan, which is it's kind of like an antibiotic, but what it does, it protects the brain. And this prescription is pretty expensive, and there is only one. So if you wind up getting diagnosed with this, there may possibly be some phone calls needed to your pharmacy, not your pharmacy, I'm sorry, to the your insurance company, because this medicine isn't always covered, and a lot of times because it's so expensive, they require proof. So that should be easy enough to do. You just gotta send the information over to your doctor, and then they can handle it usually from there. And then the other one is the lactulose. So the Xifaxan protects the brain. It's kind of like a shield that goes in front of it and protects from getting infected. And your brain getting fully infected could mean something as dangerous as a coma, which nobody wants. A lot of people who go into a coma from liver cirrhosis don't make it through it, or if they do, there could be permanent damage there. Some people have. Like I said, this is, I've said before in many other videos, this is a disease that attacks everyone a little bit different, and everybody gets it a little bit different, and there's so many reasons why you could possibly get cirrhosis. In my case, I drank for 2 years. I didn't touch a drop of alcohol for 13 or 14 years prior. And I did drink pretty heavy. I was going through some rough spots in my life. And so on through that, then I wound up with cirrhosis. And at the time, when I finally went in, I couldn't walk 10 feet without being fully out of breath. And I remember someone saying to me, "What's with the thin face and the big belly?" It didn't dawn on me, but that was fluid building up, and my legs were huge, and I was in pretty bad shape. So I went in and they told me that I have end-stage liver cirrhosis, and they pulled a bunch of fluid off my right lung and some off my stomach. And I tell you what, after having that fluid off and being able to breathe again, and also not having all that excess pressure in the gut, it was a nice night's sleep. And this has been a couple years ago. And just kind of off topic here, but nobody has a set time that you have when you have cirrhosis. There's no set standard or time, or if you Google it, you'll notice usually it's 2 years, they say, once you have end stage, but that's not necessarily true. There's been people that have commented on my page that have had the disease for a very long time and are still going. Me, they gave me 90 days to live, and that was 2 years ago in August. So it's been a little more than 2 years since then. So, you know, there is hope, and you can push your way through it. So make sure you take your medicines, and that is, again, back to what I was talking about. So the other one, the lactulose, it's this real nasty syrup. It's really thick like molasses, and it's extremely sweet. I know every time I take it, I get the full body chills. It's pretty rough. However, though, it is important, because one of the signs that you have that is affecting your brain is hand flaps, and you can tell by putting your hands straight out. And when they start doing this on their own, that's usually a sign that your ammonia in your body is high, and you should probably double up your lactulose or contact your doctor and talk to him about it. There is a test for ammonia, but when you ask many liver doctors, they're going to tell you that they go by symptoms and not that test, because I mean, I normally, whenever they pull my test, I'm normally close to 100 on the ammonia scale all the time, with no side effects and no actions. And sometimes, I mean, I've had situations where I wake up and think I'm somewhere else, or the twitching, shakiness, dizziness. That's all common with hepatic encephalopathy. But stuttering what you say, forgetting who you are, forgetting where you're at, complete personality change can happen. Like you'll go from a normally happy person, a nice person, to the biggest jerk on the planet, and you don't mean it. It's your brain's playing tricks on you. You really aren't you. So that's why it's so important, if you're having problems with this, to contact your doctor and maybe go to the ER to get checked out. Many ERs don't know much about it, and most of them take the blood sample wrong. When they take blood for the ammonia, they're supposed to take the tourniquet off, pull straight blood to the vein unrestricted, and then it's supposed to go right into ice. I've had times where they pulled it and then the lab attendant comes down, pulls it herself again because the sample was no good. It wasn't kept cold enough, or they didn't do it the right way or something. So that's again another reason why they don't rely on that number. But this is an important side effect, and it is something you should keep an eye on and know what to look for. And knowing what to look for again is that shaky hands. That's usually the first step to it. Or like if you're holding your phone and you're hitting wrong buttons, like your hands twitching and you're hitting the wrong buttons and everything else, that is an important sign. So if you notice this, get to the ER, get in contact with your liver doctor, and maybe take an extra dose of lactulose, because that's the only way to get it out of your system. The lactulose, what it does in your digestive tract, it bonds. It's so thick and sticky that it bonds to the ammonia particles so that they can be flushed out. And lactulose is a laxative. So if anybody's been on this for any amount of time, they know how terrible it is, and the stomach gurgles and all that other nasty stuff that goes with it. It's definitely not fun. But you want to keep doing that. And those are the two main medicines that they give. Sometimes they'll give you a beta blocker. Like I have a beta blocker to keep the pressures down internally. Right now for me, I'm going through other things because swallowing food in my esophagus, the muscles in the esophagus don't work properly. Like they're supposed to work in unison. Mine doesn't. It will grab the food and hold it, and then food will get stuck there. And it's kind of a horrible situation because by the time you get to the ER, and then I get transferred to a different ER further away, and then, it could be 24, 48 hours before they get you into a scope to check for a bolus of food that's stuck in your esophagus. And by then, most of the time it goes down. So it's definitely no fun to deal with. And because of that, because I have the liver cirrhosis, I'm not a candidate for the surgeries to repair it, or probably not for a feeding tube, although they may wind up doing that eventually. So we'll see and go from there, because even a feeding tube is a chance that something could happen. They could nick a varice or something like that. And varices are veins that shouldn't be there. They're very dangerous. Basically, that creates new veins because the blood can't flow through the liver, through the portal vein, and it starts sending them off. Like if you're driving your car on the highway and now everybody starts getting backed up because of something, and everybody starts driving through the cornfields, making their own roads, because your veins will try to find a way, and those can be dangerous. That's why we tend to have EGDs, the scope, they go down the throat about once every 6 months. The ultrasound once every 6 months, check for liver cancer and all that stuff. So you're probably pretty familiar with all those things. So definitely you want to take those medicines, make sure you keep the ammonia down. You definitely want a diet high in protein. I did find on Amazon they have waters. You can just type in there protein water, and they have waters that have 20 grams of protein per, it's like a Gatorade, but it works really well. So that's an idea. There's different protein drinks you can get. Also be wary of how much, protein these certain things have. Stay away from processed food, stay away from fast food. Try to stick with homemade stuff. Chicken and pork are your best for protein as far as that goes, and fish is pretty good too. Beef isn't as good, but it still is a source of protein. So definitely lots of proteins. Definitely stay away from alcohol, obviously, because the liver isn't going to be able to handle that anymore. And if you're having trouble stopping that, reach out to someone. You're not the only one, and you're not alone. There's many people that it's hard times right now, and people are drinking and, becoming a prisoner to that bottle. And it's sad and it's hard to deal with. And sometimes it feels like there's no road back out of it. You're just stuck. But I'm here to tell you, you're not stuck. I mean, you are strong. You have the strength. Just reach out for help. You got to put your hand up there so somebody can grab it. That's so important. Yesterday and today, I haven't felt the best, as far as myself. That's why, as you can tell, I'm probably not my normal chippier self, but I thought I'd make a video at least, to get it going. So, but all in all, I'm doing okay. So still fighting on, still going, waiting for my next appointments and going from there. And that's what we got to do. So everybody, I want to wish you all happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope that you have a good one. And I want to thank everybody that has watched these videos and given your support, and all the people that have made comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, please. That definitely helps the algorithm. And feel free to click follow if you'd like. And I try to do these, a couple every other week or so, but lately it's been a little tough. Things have been crazy. So hopefully after the Christmas season, I can get back on track with that. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much.